Good morning, everyone. Well done for being there, for showing up. Today, we have in the program yoga for arthritis or inflammation. And what we're going to do is a gentle practice where we can create some movement in between the joints. So creating a little bit more space and moving gently so we can lubricate the joints and strengthening the muscles very, very gently. Always, if you want to do a little stronger practice, the next one, it would be just a little bit more than this one, normally, unless someone asks for something specific. So if any day you want to do a little bit more, then please let me know and I'll send you the other recording also. So bring the hands on your knees, roll the shoulders back and down, and then just find that extra space, bringing the grounding on the hips and the groin. Good, and then let's just do a few stretches. Start breathing slowly. Good, and then come back towards the center. So normally when there is any kind of arthritis or inflammation, the body feels a little bit more stiff than normal. And even though the mind feels like not moving, what we want to do is move the body gently. But before, we're going to start with the breathing as always. Gratitude and intentions. So close your eyes. Relax the shoulders and try to maintain the spine as straight as possible. Remember, as we bring the stomach in, lean slightly back, the shoulders, relaxing any possible tension, getting the activation only on the lower part of the abdomen and the gaze up. Everything else, apart from being present in a certain position, should feel relaxed. With each inhalation, creating new space. With each exhalation, sending love to each part of your body. Inhaling nice and long. Exhaling, release. And keep going with that breathing until it becomes longer. So if we don't say anything about the breathing, then it's natural breathing. Just breathing through the nose with awareness onto what is happening as you breathe. And then with the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently. And keep breathing nice and long. As we keep the gaze up, we start with a gratitude practice. Let's see what 2 things you can choose to be grateful for in this moment. And then set your intentions for this practice. We will do some gentle stretches where we'll be sending love to our body. With the next inhalation, raise the palms up, chin up, head back. Exhaling, spreading the arms by your sides, resting the hands on your lap, relaxing the shoulders, and allow the chin to come closer towards the neck. Allow the weight of the head to find that extra space in between the top vertebrae, the neck. Good, and then inhale and lifting the chin up with a few blinks. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for being there. Let's cross. Well, actually, let's stretch the legs. We do the next exercise now. So when we suffer from arthritis, then movement, as I said, is what we want, even though the mind will tell you to rest. But when we rest, then the body becomes even more tired and the inflammation that doesn't really go. So let's get moving, shaking legs, moving the toes. Bring the feet together. Bring the hips closer to the heels, sorry. And then from there, we're gonna bring the hands in front of us and slide in as far away as you can, finding that extra space on the lower back, lower part of the spine. Bring the stomach in. Keep the neck neutral. And as you soften with the breathing, perhaps you can allow yourself to be a bit more forward folded. Good, and then inhaling, walking back with the hands. Bring the hands behind the hips, and bring the knees together. Good, and then bring the arms around the knees, the chin towards the chest. So if the feet are together, the knees are together too. The feet don't need to be too closed. Just as long as you find that extra space, so that extra support for the chest on the thighs, so you can completely let go of the control of the head, leaning forward, eyes closed when you can, and gaze up. One more round of breath. Good, and then gently inhaling, lifting the chin up. Good, and bring yourself on the side for tabletop. So on tabletop, I'm gonna do some cat-cow to get the spine moving. Soften the elbows, align the knees and the hips, the toes pointing out so we can stretch the insteps. If it's challenging, then lift one knee at a time, pressing down with the insteps. Good, and then from there, inhaling, arch the spine, looking up, and exhaling round, chin to chest. And there might be days that feels better to exaggerate the movements, inhaling and then exhaling. And there will be other days which you want to take it easy. Keep going, inhale and exhale. But as long as we keep moving, 2 more, inhale, exhale. Then your body will benefit, will thank you for it. Last one, inhale and exhale. Good, and then from there, we're gonna bring the forearms down and bring the thumbs and the index touching together as we did yesterday. And then from there, we stretch the right leg out and then raise the leg just slightly, toes pointing, hip height, and then rotate the ankles in one direction. Make sure you're not leaning towards the left side. The hips and the shoulders are square. Breathe nice and long, and then swap directions. Good, and then bend the knee. Bring the hips towards the back and allow the arm just to rest forward, forehead down, hair position. Relax the hips towards your heels, feeling the relaxation also on the lower part of the spine, on the lumbar area. One more round of breath. Good, and then inhaling, slowly raising the hips higher. And we're going to do the other leg. So stretch the leg out, left leg, keeping the knee and the hip aligned, shoulders aligned, inhaling, raise, toes pointing, and then rotating in one direction. Good, and then the other direction. Good, and then stop the movement, bring the knees down and sit on your heels. Vajrasana position. Rest the hands on your lap and then relax the shoulders. Breathing deeply, keeping the knees together. Leaning slightly back to maintain the position. Nice and straight. Good, and then gently with a few blinks, open your eyes and bring the hands down on the floor. Tuck the toes under and come into downward facing dog. Hip width apart with the feet so it's easier. And bend the knees one at a time to find that extra space to massage the ball of the foot. Keep breathing slowly. And it's normal that we feel more weight on the hands because we're moving the legs. But now we come into the still position and bring the chest towards the thighs, soften the elbows. Try to raise from the hips. Soften the elbows, activate the fingertips. Good, and then gently we're going to walk back with the hands to a forward fold. And without holding, just slowly keep rounding the spine, keep looking down so you don't feel dizzy. And shoulders back and down 3 times. And another 3 times back and forward. Good, and then from here, we come on hip width apart with the feet. Good, and we bring the hands on the knees. And open the feet, resting just on the sides. Good, and then coming up onto your tiptoes. And then back again, opening, resting just on the side, opening the feet. And coming up. And then opening. Again, inhale. Exhale. Once again, inhale. Exhale. Good, and then from there, find that grounding, massaging the ball of the feet by bending the knee, bringing the weight forward, and the hands on your knees. We're going to rotate the knees, bringing the knees in circular motion, trying to keep hip width apart between the knees. And feel the engagement of the legs, of the glutes, even the core. And the stronger we become with the muscles, the more we protect our joints. Good. And then we stop there and we change directions. Good, and 2 more. Good, and then when you finish the rounds, then bring the hands on the hips and open a little bit wider above, shoulder width apart. And then bend the knees slightly. Again, to feel the weight evenly spread between the feet. First, we bring it towards the toes, then the ball of the foot, and then we allow the heels to rest. And then from here, we rotate with the hips. So the movement of the hips are wider now. As we come forward to keep the strength, bend the knees slightly. As we're going back, then we straighten them. Inhale, leaning forward. hips back. Exhaling, hips forward, lean to the back. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the strength on the legs. Keep the toes active. Get one more. And then the other direction. Inhaling as you go back. Exhaling as you go forward. Good. Keep noticing the legs, the glutes, the core engaged as we're going side to side. If the legs are too straight, and perhaps you don't feel the muscles so engaged, bend them a little bit more. Get one more. And then we come back towards the center and open a little bit wider, about 1 meter apart. So we can do some side stretch. Bring the toes parallel to each other, pointing forward. Inhaling, bring the arms by your sides. Relax the shoulders down and bend the knees. Find that spine straight. Bring the hands to the front. Inhale and exhale there. Allow the hips to sink down so you can tilt the pelvis. Stretch the arms, palms, actively, fingers spreading. Good, and then from there, bring the hands leaning towards that right side, stretching the left side. Good, and then with the next inhalation, come back to the center. Keep sinking down with the legs, with the hips, and exhaling, bring yourself to the other stretch. Stretching the right side now, bringing the shoulder towards the back. And again, inhaling and exhaling. So we do 2 or 3 breaths on each side. Both knees are bent in the same way. Make sure that the knee that we're leaning towards is not more bent. Inhale. Hips are square. Exhaling. The hips are not moving. Good. And stretch. Toes active. And once again, inhaling. Exhaling towards the right. Good, and then inhaling, come back to center, exhaling, lowering down. Bring the hands on the hips. Good, and then open a little bit wider and bring the right foot in, the left foot out until the hips towards that left leg. Bend the knee and bring the hands to each side of the foot. Bring the knee down, stretch the toes, and then bring the hand now on the inside as well, both on the inside of the foot, leaning forward so there's no weight on the back knee. So bring the shoulders and the hips forward. Good. And then from there, just rest the hips. Allow the knee to come to the side if possible, finding that extra space in between the hips. Good, and then bend the knee and walk with the hands back. Bring the hand on the other side so you can sit on your heel, and then bring the toes towards you. Stretching the back of the leg. Good, and then we're going to do again the reverse. So engage the core, bend the knee, and come all the way forward. As we engage the core, then we should feel less weight on the knee, more control as we move. Good, and then when you're ready to inhale again, then core active, rounding the spine, coming back to sit on the heel, and hands by your sides, bring the toes towards you. Good, and then exhaling, coming forward again. Releasing the weight on the back knee, so we bend forward. Good, and once again towards the back. Toes towards you. Good, and then from here, bring the hands down, tuck the toes under of the back leg, lifting the knee up, dropping the heel, and walking with the hands towards the other side. Bringing the left foot in, the right foot out, making sure that the heels are aligned. Good, and then from there, Bring both hands on the inside of the foot, bring the knee down, stretch the toes, the leg, the knee comes over the foot as we're leaning forward. Good. Yes, so the knee over the ankle. Bring the hips a little bit more forward and down. There, good. And then from there, tuck the toes under and come back to your hips. Bring the toes towards you. So if that feels easier by tucking the toes under because the hips are high, then you can do that. If you didn't try this time, try in the next one. Then bring the knee down, the foot down, the knee towards the back, resting but without holding weight. Good, and if you didn't try to tuck the toes under and you want to try if that feels better, then do it now. Bring the hips towards the back, and then bring the heels towards you. Good, and then come back again, forward. So when we lean forward, all the weight is most of the weight is towards the front of the body, feeling the stretch in the lumbar area and the hips, but without holding the passive stretch for very long. Bring yourself back, whether it's tucking the toes or straight, to whatever feels better for you, for your ankles. Good, and then come back again to the center. Bring the hands in the middle, tuck the toes under, lifting the knee and the hip, and then opening a little bit wider, keeping the control with the muscles of the body. So the reason why we don't hold the passive stretches for very long is because there's a tendency with people that they have arthritis to have also hypermobility, and it's not good to stretch deeply without engaging the muscles. We need to become stronger, whether we have hypermobility or not. People with arthritis, they need to become stronger with the muscles. Good, and then from here, if you were supporting with the hands, as we all were, then bring the head down, allow the arms to rest, the head to hang freely. And because the legs are supporting the weight, then the knees are soft. Feel the blood flow towards your head, face. And then bend the knees, use your arms to bring you up, just slightly, and then close your feet hip width apart. Good, and then slowly round in the spine, coming up to a standing position. Good, shoulders back and down. And now we grab the blanket because we're going to do a few stretches from the mat. Sit and lay down with the back, with the knees bent. Find that extra space in between the vertebrae, bringing the chin towards the chest. And then stretch the arms by your sides, palms down. Engage the core, bring the stomach in. Move the neck side to side, the head side to side, to feel that there's no tension on the neck. See if you can spread those arms towards the sides a little bit more. The fingertips active. Good. And then inhaling, bringing both knees towards the chest and just rock side to side, creating some gentle rotations. If you feel any discomfort on the lower back, on the top of the hips, then just keep the knees away from you as you rock. If you don't feel it and it's more towards the middle part of the spine, then bring them closer towards you. Or you can do a little bit of both and see which one feels better. Good, and then we stop the movement, and from there, inhaling and bring the legs all the way up. Good, and then point with the toes. Exhaling very slowly. Keep the feet together, lowering down. strengthening the legs and the core. Good, and then inhaling, we're gonna bend the knees, so it's easier to bring the thighs towards you and then bring the legs up. So sometimes when the body feels like doesn't want to move and feels achy, keep the legs up and the core active. Then some gentle movements are better than no movement. So from here, engaging, toes pointing, and slowly lowering down, strengthening the glutes, the legs, the core. Good, and then bend the knees and bring the thighs towards you. If you want a little bit more challenge, then you can raise the legs up. Good, and then exhaling, lowering down as we just did. But it's as we come up, instead of bending the knees, if you want to come with the legs up towards 90 degrees, then you can do so. Good, and then exhaling, everyone lowering down. Good, and then you can bend the knees and bring them to the thighs, or just stretched to get more workout. Good, and then exhaling, lowering down. And again, inhaling, bring them up. Exhaling, lowering down. Good, and once again, inhale. And exhale slowly, very slowly coming down. And then stretch the legs, rock the hips side to side, bring the arms next to your body, and bring the blanket to cover you so you can enjoy your savasana, so you can keep the warmth. If you need to bring the knees towards the chest to stretch them, then allow the knees to come towards the sides and rock side to side. Good, and then from there, release the movement, stretch the legs, stretch the arms, close your eyes, bring the gaze up. And just start going inwards. Keeping the gaze up, relaxing the jaw. Keep breathing slowly until you can control the breathing. You can let it go, coming in and out through your nose freely, allowing you to experience a deeper relaxation, the rest of the body, and yourself the way you feel. And sometimes when we are able to let go, then we are actually more in control. So don't be afraid for that. Just try to enjoy each breath, each moment. Good, and then gently start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Breathing more deeply. With the next inhalation, bring the feet together and bend the knees one at a time. Lengthen the spine. Rolling onto your right side. Staying there for a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, use your arms to bring you up to a sitting position. cross your legs, align the spine, bring the gaze up, and see if you can notice the vibration from the top of the crown of the head all the way towards that root chakra, base of the spine. So when you're ready, inhale and bring the palms together, putting one arm as a way of union. Inhale deeply. Inhale and exhale. Feel the sensations as the gaze is up, the palms together. Relax the spine. And with the next inhalation, bring the thumbs to the third eye for the right thoughts. And exhale. Inhaling, bring them closer to the mouth for the right word, the right say. And exhale. And inhale and bring them closer to the heart center for the right feelings and compassion. And exhale. With a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for being there, for showing up. It's important, even when we do a gentle practice, even if we follow our own breath, and even if we do just some of the movements, but just the fact to show up and to keep moving, then it really makes a difference. So well done. Have a lovely day, and let me know if you have any questions.